The largest exhibition of the latest tech just wrapped up in Las Vegas. Yeah, baby! For over half a century, the Consumer Electronics Show, or CES, has showcased the creme de la creme of gadgets. From fantastic and useful to useless and plain weird. And as always, we got our eyes on the prize. Let's get it. Starting off, Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang brought the house down with his foundational AI model Cosmos. Apparently, it helps robots and autonomous vehicles to understand the physical world. According to the man, Cosmos is, quote, a ChatGPT moment for robotics, end quote. The new platform got over 20 million hours of real footage training under its belt, mostly people walking, hand movements, and just handling. Quote, it's not about generating creative content, it's about training the AI to understand the physical world. End quote from Jensen Huang, adding that models like Cosmos could give robots far superior capabilities than now. Nvidia says quite a few companies are already using Cosmos, ranging from robot manufacturers such as Agility and Figure AI to drone car developers such as Uber, Wabi, and Wave. Along with Cosmos, the company announced Project Digits. This is a $3,000 personal AI supercomputer powered by Nvidia's new GB10 Grace Blackwell chip combined with 128 gigabytes of memory and up to 4 terabytes of storage. Project Digits is as small as current desktop computers, but it has enough processing power to run complex AI models with 200 billion parameters and perform a quadrillion calculations per second. But wait, would you need a nuclear reactor to run it? Nope, just an outlet. So in the words of Samuel L. Jackson, hold on to your butts, since this bad boy goes on sale already in May. Moving on, a surprising no-show from Optimus, Figure, Neo. But here's Aria from Robotics. Developers say the robot uses generative AI to communicate with the user in real time and has social skills as a core strength on its resume. Journalists who have managed to talk to the robot say that in conversation, Aria gives the impression of attentiveness with a dash of intoxication, which makes sense since Aria kept talking about how hot Optimus is and what a shame it couldn't make it to the show. The robot answers with a slight delay, makes small breaks in long sentences, and tries to reinforce the speech with body and hand movements. Aria has a total of 17 motors in its neck and face, and if you don't like the way it looks, you can choose a different design or change the hairstyle. The company is now working on getting the robot to recognize which face from the catalog it has on right now, so it can adjust facial expressions and even personality to match it. Robotics got 3 versions of the robot: a bust with a head for $10,000, a modular version for 150 big ones, and a still standing model for $175,000. Now, this next gadget is not a humanoid, but boy did it cause a ruckus. Roborock Z70 vacuum. It's got a special robotic arm for picking up your socks. And while the arm doesn't always pick up an object the first time, and can't really handle that many objects to begin with, what's important here is the potential this technology has demonstrated. On the technical side, the 5-axis robotic arm called OmniGrip can lift objects weighing up to 10 ounces or 300 grams and place them in specific locations that you select. The Z70 robot itself can detect over 100 different obstacles, but the list of objects is actually way less than that. Developers say they're working on it and promise to improve the performance of the robot by the time it's released on the market. The robot is expected to go on sale this year, although the price is kept secret. The Z70 is positioned as safe for children and friendly for pets, which it can look after and take a picture of for you. One of the more interesting robots at CES 2025 was R2-D3 from California-based OpenDroids. So far, it's not as cute as everyone's favorite droid from Star Wars, but it may soon become at least as useful. The robot can already do a lot of things to be the super assistant that costs 40 big ones. R2-D3 can navigate to a desired location, and its paramechanical arms can allegedly do laundry, put away dishes, make you a smoothie, scoop ice cream, or dispense your medication. And by the way, who says robots should only be useful? Yuki Engineering, which presented its headless RoboCat at the last CES, believes that strange and useless robots also have the right to be, especially if they put you in good spirits. This year, the company brought two amazing and strange robots to the show at once. The first unusual creation is the Nikojita Fufu robot. It can become your best friend if you don't like hot drinks or, for example, soup. Fufu can be clipped onto your cup or plate, and this cute kitty will blow on it with a cooling efficiency of 30 degrees in 3 minutes. Now that's performance. An added bonus is that the robot doesn't just run air through itself, it does it with different rhythm and intensity, mimicking human breathing. The robotic kitten will go on sale in Japan in about half a year and will cost you $25. As for Yuki's second piece of work, well, let's just say it's close to earning the title of weirdest gadget. Mirumi is basically a clip. It literally only clings to your bag with its paws, turns its head, and stares. It can show curiosity or embarrassment, or even shake its head disapprovingly if you rub it or throw it. But can a robot be considered useless if it brings joy? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Now, the brightest concept car at the exhibition was the Solar EV from Aptera. This beast runs entirely on solar energy and does not require connection to an outlet. According to the developers, the solar panels of the car, which cover almost the entire body, are so efficient that you get 40 miles or 65 kilometers per day. The car is designed super light and aerodynamic. For example, the shape of the body made of carbon fiber should help it to disperse air with a resistance of about 70% less than that of a conventional small electric car. Solar EV is designed for only 2 passengers, but there is still room for luggage. Special tires are also designed to reduce friction, and the engine has 200 horses under the hood. It's front-wheel drive, and its production will begin at the end of next year. And, in case you're wondering, if it gets cloudy, the Solar EV can still be plugged into an outlet, and its range will magically increase to 400 miles or 650 kilometers when fully charged. And BMW brought its A-game to this year's CES, the panoramic iDrive system. First appearing in Neue Klasse electric cars, it will soon be introduced in all BMWs. Panoramic iDrive features 3 display levels working in tandem, a new design for steering wheel controls, and an animated AI voice assistant. The top 3D display on the car's windshield is projected onto the driver's field of view. Live navigation information is combined with lane guidance, turn previews, and other information to assist the driver. The display below that extends from pillar to post so it can be seen by everyone in the car. Almost identical to the panoramic projector in the company's Neue sedans, it integrates a digital panel with speed, range, and battery information. Obviously, everything can be customized. Below the dash, a main touchscreen display helps control other functions of the infotainment system. And tying all the functions together is, of course, the AI assistant. It's basically a large language model, and it can be used for navigation and other features. Another high roller, Samsung, brought its Bali home robot back to this year's Consumer Electronics Show, except for a tiny caveat. The robot is now a commercial product and will go on sale later this year. It's a pity, of course, that the company decided to launch a robot ball instead of a robot butler, but we all realize that the time for this technology is just not yet here. And what special things can the robot ball do besides, well, rolling around? Samsung has equipped the device with a projector that can broadcast information and content to various surfaces. And in addition to voice control, Bali also recognizes when you press a virtual button to clarify your wishes. Is that neat or what? Next one on the list is BeatBot Amphibious. The company brought its RoboTurtle concept to the show. It's a turtle-like droid that can move from water to land and is designed for research and minimal impact on wildlife. Apart from tracking species and monitoring biodiversity, it can be deployed quickly to prevent and respond to certain disasters. Also at CES was the Rechi robot from Enchanted Tools, which is already available for about $100,000. It can autonomously navigate hospitals and other facilities and perform nurse duties, basically fetching things. But the fact that the robot understands what and where to bring is already an accomplishment, which unfortunately, and I don't mean to pull the rug from underneath you right after I ask you to stand on it, but the developers limited the robot's capabilities to one standard grasp. And XPeng Aria brought its six-wheeled minivan to CES from China. Its main feature is that it serves as an aircraft carrier for a modular flying vehicle. The ground module, due to the presence of a hybrid propulsion system, is able to travel up to 600-something miles or 1,000 kilometers without recharging or refueling. But the range of the electric flying vehicle with 6 propellers and vertical takeoff and landing is still unknown. The company has already received more than 2,000 pre-orders for the car, production of which will begin in 2026. In the meantime, XPeng is currently building a factory for their innovative product. And Adam, the robot bartender, already a familiar face from other exhibitions and trade shows, worked it at this year's CES. The robot poured cocktails, but it can also make coffee and communicate with customers. In total, the robot has about 50 drinks in its arsenal, and judging by its own statements, Adam is ready to experiment if customers give it a chance. Now, where would we be without robot pets? The company Robot is betting its only product to compete for the prize of a man's second best friend this year. This plush-covered baby can recognize human emotions and actions as well as adapt to new ones through training. The robot is equipped with visual and auditory sensors integrated with artificial intelligence technology. To give more life to their creation, the developers made Robot warm. Its body has a temperature of a bit under 100 Fahrenheit or 37 Celsius, which, coupled with the cutesy animal behavior, creates the sensation of communicating with a living being. For example, the robot may want a hug, especially if it sees that the owner is sad. Or it can mimic hunger, prompting its owner to feed it toy fruit. Robot also memorizes the objects it meets and reacts to them accordingly the next time it sees them again. Another interesting gadget at CES this year was the Ami device, another attempt to create a useful wearable companion with artificial intelligence technology, but this one is different. In order for the assistant to answer you as soon as you address it, but not to interfere in your conversations with other people, the developers have added another function called reading your thoughts. It's not yet clear how effective it is. Let's sit tight. Might be the real deal, might be another Rechi. So for now, it's just a device that listens to you all the time. It can help you remember what happened this afternoon, summarize the results of a meeting, or give you step-by-step instructions, which is cool and all that, but the main focus should still be on mind reading, shouldn't it, Omi? And here's another one. SwitchBot unveiled its new household robot K20. It's a robot vacuum cleaner that you can stick with a modular fusion platform, and then it magically transforms into an almost universal household robot. It can clean because it got arms, it can fan if you need a breeze, and it can purify air and be a security camera. What do you guys think of this? SwitchBot promises to get these up for sale pretty soon. Would you want one? Let us know in the comments. Meanwhile, Anker has unveiled a jacket that was invented about 50 years ago and inspired by the future. Steeped in the spirit of Cyberpunk 2077 with its LED strips and solar cells, it offers a 30-watt input and a USB-C output. Basically, if you feel like a Christmas tree or if you want to be known as the battery, this is for you. And Code 27 unveiled a character lifehouse gadget at the show. It's a small container inside of which you can place a 3D character of your choice. The capsule is equipped with cameras and microphones with sound recognition, which allows the character to detect your presence. And thanks to artificial intelligence, the character will communicate with you, wake you up for work, and tell you nice things. There was quite a few cute robots at the exhibition. For example, the robot pet Luna, which actively played with visitors. But what attracted more attention was a strange walking stool with a lamp that strongly resembled Pixar's lamp or Sid's Mutants from Toy Story, incidentally, also from Pixar. This is the Memo robot from the Japanese robotics company, God forgive me, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Jizai. What do you think of Memo from Jizai? Scary or funny? Jizai specializes in generative artificial intelligence. It says that the robot is extremely functional and will become an indispensable assistant at home and in public places. How exactly? Still remains a mystery. And Poland Robotics has brought the next generation of its Rechi Two humanoid robot to the show. The robot is fully open source, allowing users to control it remotely or via Python. Interestingly, the company has already managed to sell around 100 of these things. Get in line, folks! Meanwhile, Sony, in addition to the expected VR headsets and electric cars, unexpectedly presented robotic suits. Check out the design. Engineers were inspired by the world of Horizon Zero Dawn and decided to show what robotics can bring to the world of entertainment. Basically, they went Disney's way, which has long been experimenting with robots for amusement parks. And Richter unveiled the world's first flying scooter quadcopter, the Skyrider X One. Lets you travel both on the ground and in the air. The device promises 40-minute flights at a speed of about 60 miles or 100 kilometers per hour. At the same time, it's reported to be equipped with advanced safety features and autonomous navigation. In particular, Skyrider X One is equipped with an automatic parachute in case of electronic failure, autonomous takeoff and landing systems, as well as the ability to independently plan a route for safe movement in the air. The media immediately dubbed the device the first flying motorcycle. What do you guys think of this? Is it worth the $60K price tag, or should we all just get a Yamaha? Let us know in the comments. And the Korean juggernaut Lotte brought its hyper-realistic Caliverse, which aims to erase the boundaries between real and virtual worlds. While the concept of a metaverse is not new, Caliverse offers a number of innovative technologies. For example, users will be able to purchase virtual goods with realistic designs that are delivered to their homes and can be used both in and out of the virtual space. The platform also includes virtual lookalike technology and interactive zones. For example, users will be able to participate in exclusive K-pop concerts using VR headsets, copy real goods into virtual reality using scanning, and attend virtual events. Caliverse's strengths include high performance, real-time rendering, and advanced VR features. But will it be able to attract millions of users? Big question, since even during the pandemic, we didn't really move to VR that much. Why now? This next one is for the ladies. Have you ever pictured a perfect boyfriend? Well, how about this? Yes, this chair is called Boyfriend and was unveiled at CES 2025. The artificial intelligence gadget is designed to relax you like no other. The developers say that in addition to a full-body massage, the chair can provide a feeling of weightlessness and also has many advanced wellness features. For example, it can provide innovative brainwave therapy, whatever that means. And Sense Robot brought its chess to CES. This little guy doesn't just know how to arrange pieces. The robot can adapt to the opponent's level by selecting one of 25 preset levels of play, which covers beginners and grandmasters alike. Magnus Carlsen, get ready! The robot also recognizes and remembers players' faces, so it can recall all the lines when you meet it again. Meanwhile, Unitree brought its flagship products to the exhibition, the world's cheapest functional humanoid robot G1 and the agile robotic dog Go 2. G1, by the way, has become a real hit for the company's sales, including in the US, since it costs a mere $16,000 and for that money gives access to some serious futuristic functionality. And finally, LG tried to reinvent the air purifier specifically for CES. That's right, meet the Aero Cat Tower. Essentially, the company just added an advanced cat bed to the usual air purifier tower. It has heating, several quiet modes to keep pets from being disturbed, and even a special platform at the bottom to help older cats. As with pretty much everything else on display at LG's booth this year, there was no price or release date for anything. What are they hiding? There's more, but we're out of time, so let us know in the comments what robot or gadget you like the most. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel, like our videos, and check out our Instagram for more from the world of high tech.